Bang Bang MMA gang. Now, UFC Vegas 98. The card was cool. I ain't gonna lie. The card was aight. Out of 10, I would give this card a 6.8. On the main card, 4 decisions. Were they boring fights? No. Technical? Sure. The card was aight. Some people were winners. Some people were losers. Some people, believe it or not, lost even though they won. And we're going to get into all of that. Starting off, Brandon Raw Dog Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. Now, Brandon Royval took this kid to school. Like, we bash certain fighters when it comes to that. Control versus damage. People like to nitpick. If you ever just take a step back and be like, bro, what am I looking at? Am I nitpicking, or do I like this guy, or am I nitpicking? People nitpick certain fighters like a Mateusz Gamrot, like a Gilbert Burns, but they'll say, oh, Tatsuro Taira's all world. Tatsuro Taira couldn't hurt a fly. Tatsuro Taira has subpar striking defense. In that third round, Brandon Raw Dog Royval, almost finished him like 3-4 times. Tatsuro Taira, if he cannot get a takedown, I don't know what's wrong with Brandon Royval's takedown defense. Like, Tatsuro Taira was shooting naked doubles from across the cage and still getting them. But as far as that dog goes, Brandon Royval got it. That 5th round. Talk about coming through in that fucking 5th round. Brandon Royval took this kid to school. Now, we have certain fighters where we like to prop up quicker than others. A Benoit Saint Denis of the world. Tatsuro Tairas of the world. The Shamil Ghazi's of the... There's certain fighters we like to prop up, and they always get fraud checked. Now, this was a 48-47. In my opinion, it was 3-2 for sure. 135 Royval. But he wasn't doing no damage. Tatsuro Taira was not doing any damage. He was just transitioning. They kept... Brandon Royval kept trying to ground roll, kind of escape. He kept trying to transition and escape out of the body lock, out of the submission. And it's like there's no damage being done. Submission attempts here and there, once in a blue moon, but there's no damage. I'm sorry, Tatsuro Taira. If you fight anybody with good takedown defense and good submission, Kai Kara-France does bad things to Tatsuro Taira. Let's get that out the way. Tatsuro Taira, you're not ready for the top 5s of the world. Keep working your way up. You got a bright future. Royval, on the other hand, all world. He better hope Kaya Sakura beats Pantoja. And I don't think that's going to happen. But he better hope. Because if Kaya Sakura beats Pantoja, Royval gets the title shot. But if Pantoja wins, they're probably going to do either Kai Kara-France or if Amir Albazi beats Brandon Moreno. But great showing from Brandon Royval. He's top of the food chain in that division. Good submission defense, good grappling, and great striking. Moving on. Listen, Brad Tavares, in my opinion, won that fight. The Iron Turtle part. We're not even going to get into this fight. Fight like this just makes me dislike the UFC. It's just pitter-pats. Brad Tavares was the one throwing the damage. We're going to give Park his credit. He threw the jab. Whoop-de-doo. He's getting through with the jab. Like, come on, bro. It's all about damage. You can see who's doing the more damage. It was Brad Tavares for sure. It was a close fight, yes. Was it a robbery? No. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I thought Brad Tavares won. It is what it is. Co-main event. Moving on. Chidi and Jacani. Listen, Chidi and Jacani put on an absolute masterclass for what it was. It was an absolute clinch fest up against the cage. Something Mario Bautista should actually take advantage of and watch. Mario Bautista, unlike Chidi and Jacani, just held on to Jose Aldo. Chidi and Jacani's throwing elbows, throwing knees. I don't know how Jared Gooden didn't quit. He threw how many? He threw a head kick every time they broke up. hear me out. Chidi Njokuani was doing whatever he wanted. I don't know why Jared Gooden kept wanting to clinch. He never even tried to escape. All the elbows, all the knees. Chidi Njokuani, I'm on the hype train. You are a little bit older. Your career is at that point where you're at that Moicano point where I cannot afford to lose, my brother. Out drinking beers and steaks in Brazil. And motherfuckers disrespecting me. Moicano wants money. He's at that level where it's all about getting the wins. I like Chidi Njokuani. Moving on to my guy, the best grappler in the lightweight division, Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson put an absolute clinic on yesterday. Talk about, that's what Tatsuro Taira should watch. You get half guard, you work half guard the whole time, you transition to mount, elbow, they turn their back, fish for the submission. If you can't get it, ground and pound, finish. Grant Dawson will be champion one day. Mark my words. Grant Dawson will be the lightweight champion one day. Book it, guaranteed. Best grappler in the division, extremely good wrestler, and extremely good submissions. Grant Dawson, future champ. Moving on. D-Rod versus Alex Morono. Now, clearly D-Rod lost that first round. He didn't have the timing. I'm like, when I'm watching it, I'm like, D-Rod, what's going on? I don't see the speed, the timing. Alex Morono's keep getting him with the overhand right. He kept timing it perfectly. But as D-Rod does, sat down on the mouthpiece, paused, bit down on the mouthpiece, wins round 2 and round 3. I fuck with D-Rod. He found a way to win, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Won rounds 2 and 3. Shout out to D-Rod. Moving on. See, the prelims were right, but we have 2 people in the prelims I want to point out that absolutely, even though they won, their stock went down. We're going to start off with Themba Gorimbo. Themba Gorimbo is a guy that was propped up to be I wouldn't say all-world beater, to be a guy that beats up on guys and gets finishes. He had the whole little shtick with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He was propelled his career to skyrocket. If he would have got 3 finishes in a row, he would be in a top 15. His next fight would be top 15. But the guy, I don't know what it is, but he's a half-guard camper now. He is a guy that is content when not finishing the fight. He is a guy that's content and okay with just winning. And just winning doesn't get you nowhere. I'm sorry. If you lose in a spectacular fashion, it's better than winning a boring fight. Ask Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez versus Movsar Evloev is the main reason that proves if you have fun fights, even in a loss, you get propelled. You even get 50 G's. Come on, bro. Themba Gorimbo, your stock absolutely plummeted. Moving on, we have Junior Tafa. Yeah, bro. You absolutely almost got finished by Sean Sharaf, who was making his debut. You are a can crusher. You're a can. That's a can crusher. Tafa brothers, the older brother is better, but you, on the other hand, you are an absolute disgrace to the family. I don't want to go too far into this, but outside of all those spamming wide hooks, you can get finished by anybody that's ranked, anybody with a good one too. Sean Sharaf making his debut with no cardio on short notice almost got you out of there in the first. Come on, bro. It's time to pack the bags. The gig's up. The whole little Tafa gig, the gig's up. All you guys, the watered down version of Taito Ivasa, the gig is up. You guys are all, like I said, I don't want to get into personal attacks, but we're just done with the Tafa brothers. The Tafa brothers, especially the younger one, you're supposed to be the better one of the family. Absolutely no wrestling. Anybody can take you down, beat you down. Your last fight, you were complaining about it. Not anymore. We don't give a fuck about the Tafa brothers. And that is that. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the MMA gang is in. And that is that.